Hey everyone, it's Brian here from Less Magic More Gathering, and this week we're going to shoot for two different deck walkthroughs. Similar card, at least one specific card similar. I'm going to show you the Thassa Control deck I put together. It really helped boost me up to Platinum, where I'm at now, along with the Winota's Assault deck that I put together from the last week, or the one that I showed you last week. But I'm going to show you the build on that, and then I'm going to show you a little bit of something else I came up with because I just like the way that worked. There's just something I saw and something I did, and I was like, that's pretty cool. That's kind of a jank combo, but I think if you can get it to plan out right and work to your advantage, it's pretty tough. At least the way I look at it. So we're going to jump into this real quick. Not do a bot match. What am I going to do? I'm just going to standard here. I guess we'll check it out. So Thassa Control. This is what I got. Let's make my screen a little bit bigger here if I can. Not much bigger, but that'll work for what I'm doing today. I feel like my camera moved on me. All right, camera. There we go. So, all right. So this one's simple. It's snatch and grab. A lot of draw stuff to get what you need, and then a lot of take stuff. Obviously, because that's what Thassa can do. So you can take stuff, and then with her on the field of play, you exile it, and then you bring it back to your control. And so that negates all the return back to at the end of turn crap. Active Treason's in a turn, Smelt Wording is in a turn. All that's still in a turn. But when you play when this triggers, you keep it, and I think a lot of people didn't understand that or didn't realize that. If they did, they just didn't think it was anything crazy. But I was shocked when I saw how that worked, and I was like, boom, I got to put something together. So this is what I rolled with. So obviously she's a 4-drop indestructible as long as your devotion to blue is less than 5. Thassa isn't a creature. At the beginning of your end step, exile up to one other target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under your control. Pay 4, tap another target creature. So that's helpful too, extremely helpful, especially if you're, let's just say you're not getting what you need, but you can really slow them down. That is huge to be able to tap some stuff. So start at the top. Fairy Miscreant. That is I'll hit the creatures, I guess, first. So it's a 1/1 single drop, and it's really there if I need the draw when I play the other two anytime. And if Thassa is on the field of play and I haven't taken anything, I can essentially take one of these and put it back on the field and draw another card. Or it's a simple blocker, and I've used it quite a bit as a blocker for a 1/1. Just a blocker for a 1/1. It's what are you going to use it for other than that? Claim whatever you want to call them, the Lost 2-drop draw a card. Too easy. Smelt Wordingus, 2-drop 2/1 creature, so I can also pay 3 after it's been on the field, obviously. Sacrifice it, gain control target creature with power 3 or less until turn. So this is useful for the 3 or less power, which is your smaller creatures that they're using for certain things. Maybe certain abilities, you can get rid of them, take it from them. He's not super necessary, he's just an extra option if the other stuff doesn't pan out, but he's not required. So he can be changed out, and I minimized him down. I think I had 4 of him at one point in time, but he's only down to 2, so there's not very many of them in there. Cloud Conceer, 3-drop, 2/1, draw a card when there's a battlefield. There's your draw stuff. So it's huge, extremely helpful. 3 cost to draw some cards to get what you need to get ready to go for this Thassa attack. The Nadir Kraken, 3-drop, gotta have 2 islands obviously, but this one's useful because there's a lot of draw in this deck. So you can obviously pay to give it a counter and then get your extra tentacle creatures. Now that's huge, especially if the take your opponent's creature stuff is like very slow or you're having trouble keeping up. This will help you put some creatures on the field of play. Of course, Thassa, and then Elite Guard Mage, 4-drop, flying, enters the battlefield of 3, gain 3 life and draw a card. Huge draw card and life gain. Excellent. When Thassa's out there, you can do it again. So if you're short on life, just bounce this and bounce it back in or whatever. Agent of Treachery. Don't like having him early on because he's expensive, but when I get to the point where I can use him, he's super effective. I did have a combo I'll explain. Maybe it was some gameplay, maybe I won't, if I can remember, with this guy. But when I took something from an opponent, it was freaking crazy. So there's your creature base, and we'll go back to the spell. So claim the Firstborn, 1-drop, gain control target creature with converted mana cost 3 or less. Extremely huge. There's so many cards out there right now that are 3 or less because of their abilities. There's a lot of stuff that's very beneficial to being a 3 or less. A lot of stuff. I've just played this deck a lot, and I've seen so many different things I can take just with this card. Negate, gotta have that. And I might bounce, like I said, the Smeltwort Ingus and throw some more counter spells in there, because counter spells are huge in this deck, only because people can just get rid of your stuff. Getting rid of your own creatures isn't a big deal. Countering your take spells is huge, and then moving Thassa off the field of play is huge. So you got to be able to stop that in some way, shape, or form. Now I do have, I'll get to that in a minute, I guess. Okay, so negate and then active treason, obviously. 4 of those for sure. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature, gains haste until end of turn. It's just all about taking stuff. Like I said, when she's in the field of play, you take it and you keep it. Portent of Betrayal, 4-drop, a little more expensive to gain control of something, but allows you to scry. Let's say by chance you don't have Thassa yet, but you're at 4 and it's above mana cost, but you need to check it out. So it helps you look at your deck and see what you can get from it. So I like having that in there because I can get a chance to look at my deck a little bit. The Crone War, could have put another one of these in here maybe. It's a 4-drop take creature, and this one's huge too because it kind of gets you to hopefully get to Thassa. So you got to keep this thing for 3 turns essentially, as long as they don't remove the enchantment. But gain control of target creature as long as your Crone War remains on the battlefield. So it will for 3 turns. Until your next turn, creature opponents control attack each combat available. Each tapped creature deals damage to itself equal to its power. So you can take what you want if you have an opportunity to take some stuff with other spells while this is on the field of play. And when they have force to attack, all their stuff that has the same power toughness is going to kill itself. So I love having that, especially when they don't have any other options and they have to attack and they're not hurting me enough because I got enough life. And bam, they just lose all their stuff, and then I can swing with what I have, if I have anything available at the time. So that's it for the spells right there. So that's generally it. I know I have 63 cards out of 60. I need to try to kind of work some magic here and make some things make sense. But you got Temple of Enlightenment, Temple of Epiphany, Temple of Triumph, stuff that I use to scry to find stuff if I'm a little short on stuff. Gateway Plaza if I need some additional colors that I'm not getting. I might bounce that out because I don't think that's super necessary. I got more than enough colors. Yeah, I'm probably going to just go ahead and, where am I at here? 1, 2, 3, 10, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, I have 26, so I'm just going to go ahead and bounce both of those because I really don't need them, to be honest. I got enough multicolored stuff. I'm getting enough white with this, and there's only 1 white spell in here. It's 3 creatures, so it's plenty enough. So I'm still ahead in 1. So essentially I can bounce Smeltwort Ingus. So we'll just drink it out of 1. He's just kind of a loose cannon there. May not need him for anything. So now I'm at 60-60. So we'll go ahead and play around as such with Thassa and see what we do here. I'm going to go ahead and play in Standard. I'm sitting at Platinum Tier 3, the first notch. So if I lose, I might stay at Tier 3 this one round, but if I lose a second time in a row, then I'll drop back down to Tier 4, which whatever. This first time I've been in Platinum, I'm really not going to be crying about it if I can't get any higher than Tier 3. I was pretty stoked about getting to that level. It's nice being able to do that. Alright, so can't see with my big mug in the way. I can move the camera over a tiny bit more. I don't need to be completely in screen. So I got 2 lands. I got a Scry land, and I got a Fairy Miscreant and a Gate, and I've got some take stuff. So I'm a little short on what I want, but I've got a lot of take. I like having these in my hand to start with because it means I can get some stuff going when I get Thassa. 2 is very touchy, but I get a Scry, so I think I'm going to go ahead and keep it and see what happens. Opponent gets to go first, so I get to draw some. So maybe I'll draw a land, and then I'll be three lands deep, and then I can Scry and see about getting the 4th, which I did. It's Tranquil Cove, so it's not great, but what it is, it gives me a life. Okay, so there's my 4th land. So I go ahead and leave that. No, I got 4 lands, and hopefully I come up against Thassa. Or let's go ahead and risk it. Let's push this back 1 and then see if we get a Thassa and then another land draw between then and there. I don't see why we couldn't. I'd love taking the Gilded Goose. I mean, I can't use it for any mana because I took, and that's why, you know what, now I remember, that's why I left Gateway Plaza in there. I'm going to put it back in. I put it in there because when you take something from somebody, see what I just did there? Now, granted, I'm 1 life back, but I have, or one mana back, but I have my Thassa now. So now I can start making some moves. If I choose to do so. Crone War's huge because now I can take this guy and get Thassa out next turn if the Crone War stays on the field of play. He's not super special, but I have a bunch of non-human creatures so I can plus them up. Or I guess they get token counters. Now, I'll go ahead and take 3 on this turn. Yeah, let's go ahead and take 3. I'll sack myself in the face for this, unless he's playing... Okay, so still missing a land. But for the fun of it, I can take his 3 and swing at him with it because I've got an extra counter spell. So, or not, I got an extra take spell. hit him for 3, he hit me for 3. And then I'll go ahead and choose to block with my Fairy Miscreant next time. Unless he gets rid of it. Unless he gets rid of it. I'm hoping I draw that land. No, but what I was saying is that's why I put Gateway Plaza in there, is because you never know what you're going to take, and they might have abilities. So this guy doesn't have any abilities, but if I was to take Gilded Goose, I could use his ability, but I don't have that Gateway Plaza in there. So I might swap it back in and just take some things out or whatever. Yeah, he's going to get hit in the face with that 7. So, sorry, buddy. I'd like to get the 4th land right now, so I could keep it, but I'm going to go ahead and hit him in the face with it because I can. And I don't have any other means to do so. I'm put him in a little bit of a pickle here. Does it have any abilities? Ooh, see? That's dirty. I just hit him with damage and now I've got a 7/7. Now he can get rid of that, obviously. That's something he can do. I would. I mean, then he gets another 7/7 and I'm struggling. But if I get a 4th land, I can take that big guy again. He may not swing. He's going to. Alright, that's fine. I'm not going to take the damage because I'm not going to give it to him. It's not worth it to me. I'd rather him not have that. There we go. So I can Port and Betrayal. His companion. No, wait, Acro and War. Mana cost deal damage to a permanent player. It deals double that damage. Oh yeah, well he's definitely not going to hold on to that unless, you know, I just don't feel like he needs to have it. And I'll play Thassa next turn, debating on whether or not they're going to be able to take it back. Clothies? You want me to take that too? I'm not going to be able to use him, but I don't want him to be able to use him. As long as your devotion... So he doesn't have the devotion he needs. Does he have the mana to get rid of... 2 mana to get rid of an enchantment? I guess there's always a possibility. He doesn't have any other mana source because he doesn't have any... That's what I would do if I was him. I'd give himself a token. Give yourself a token, dude. Be smart about this. Okay? So they have to attack. And I'm okay with that. And I'm not even going to bother trying to take. Although I could. I wonder what I should do. I'm in this situation where I can take a creature, and now he's... That's probably the best bet. If a source you control with an odd converted mana cost, 3, 5... Oh yeah, that's probably the best bet. That's going to make sense to me, because now he's screwed, because I can deal double the damage. I don't even have to play Thassa. I don't want you. Yeah, this isn't the best, so I don't get to do a lot of draw, but I can get a blocker out, and I do have an option to take some stuff. And I have 3 land, so I imagine I'll do a draw, and I've got this. I'll need one more land, I can get gain life draw. So I'm going to keep this one. Well, any deck you play, it doesn't really matter, any deck you play is going to be subject to them ravaging through your deck and taking your stuff. You know, they're like, oh, hey, you know, how about we check to see what you got, let's get rid of it. Now, he's playing red, he's probably going to burn my stuff. Yeah, he's going to nail some stuff. So now I have the capabilities to get my elite, 2 of them out. I'll go ahead and put the Smeltwort Ingus out there. He didn't kill it yet, but watch. I bet you he's looking at it. I'm going to swing, he's going to shock it. Oh, no. Alright, so what's he doing? Who's got 3 reds and isn't playing killer spells? This is strange. So I can only do 4. Or 3, so guess what I'm doing? I'll take it next time with Smeltwort Ingus. Go ahead and take this, just to hit him in the face with it. I mean, it's kind of a waste if I don't get to use Thassa, but I'm putting pressure on him, so now he's going to probably do what he can. Each creature you control with menace can't be blocked except by, so whatever. Another red? If you reach in there and pull another red out, that'd be funny. Look, what? Ooh, everybody likes that one. I can take that, just so you know. I feel like I should. I'm going to draw with this. I'm going to go ahead and bounce my Smeltwort Ingus. And Target creature power 3 or less. I will take you. And I will attack with these. Not a whole lot to that. I mean, Death Touch is Death Touch. I have no intentions of blocking with any of my creatures anyway. Or if I do, I don't care if they die. Because I've got an 8-point edge. He's got red, which most of the time does a lot of weird stuff. Okay, so I guess I'll sacrifice the one that's tapped. In case I decide I want to block. Makes sense to me. What does it say again? Each creature you control with... Dang it. Alright. Apparently I can't see. Each creature you control... can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. Dang. Extra menace. Alright, so I can't do my draw, but I'm going to do my life gain and draw. Cloud Concealer, another draw. I'm not going to attack because I'm going to use one of his blocker. I'm going to need to in this situation. Ooh. Alright, so now it's getting froggy. He's building up his creature base, and I'm not getting anything to get rid of them, which kind of sucks. But I can put another blocker out here now. I should save my negate, but I'm almost to the point. It's not. There's no necessity here. I have a lot of take spells, but now each one of these has menace, so I have to block them with 3 creatures, which I can do now. So I'm still not gonna swing because I'm gonna be hurting. So I can block. I'm gonna let the Pestilent Spirit go through, I guess, and try to block one of these other turd nuggets. Because the Pestilent Spirit's gonna kill everything. That's a pretty good play. That's a good. I like this setup. Menace, and then they have to be blocked with 3 or more creatures whenever they're attacked. So that's pretty nice. Unfortunately, he's got black and red, which is almost always like death and destruction of some way, shape, or form. So, by doing that kind of stuff, that would be fun to take. Swing out. Do it. I don't know what you just did. Did you kill a land or something? So you got 1 red, so you got possible Skewer the Critic, so you can bounce one of my flyers, which I don't like at all. I don't like that you can do that. But I can't block unless I block with 3, so I'm not going to let all of them die, so I'm taking the damage. I have to, right? Alright, so now I might be able to take 2 of his. I mean, I could take both of him. I think I can end this game right now, because if I take his guy here, he's not indestructible. I don't care so much about him, because if I only take 1, I take 2, I might be able to end it both ways, because I can hit 5 in the air, and then I feel like the Death Touch would be the one, because he's going to lose all of his. Force him to lose all of his creatures. Yeah, I like that. And then I feel like that's a better route. I mean, I'm probably going to get smoked in the end. If I hit with 5, he can block with that one, or he has to have 2 to block with that one. And then I'm only going to hit him for so much. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's take... Yep. So he's got to block with 3. So in order to block any of them, this is going through for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and he could kill one of them. Now he wants to block? That's not very smart. When I looked at it, I wasn't thinking about it. Oh, they're all getting 1 damage, bro. Yeah, I just wiped your whole board. If I was you, I wouldn't even blocked. It's not a must. You don't have to block. I would have just let everything else go through, or block the two small ones, the one small one. Actually, block the two small ones. So he got up his hand. Another one. How many of those things you got? You lost all the other ones. Oh, I gave you one back, didn't I? Can't block. I feel like this guy's just, now he knows he's going to lose, so he's just playing spells to play spells. Killed himself. Well, you played your spell. Plenty of draw right now. It's going to be a slow start, but I got draw. 2 options. 3 technically. 1, we'll have to wait for a white land to come out. My opponent's going first again. I hate keeping... Let's just go with it. I'm probably going to get smoked. And if I do, I'm not going to cry about it because I just won 2 in a row, so I'm pretty happy about that. Okay. And the other deck is just kind of throw out there if somebody wants to put something together. I'm going to improve it a little bit more than what I have it, only because what I put in there and the things I came up with to put into the other deck version, I didn't have everything I wanted. I don't have enough wild cards to get everything, so I was just kind of filling some voids with random stuff. But it does use Thassa, and I do have her, but I'm still short on other things. I need one more land. I have take abilities, at least one. And I'm hoping they're playing red-white, so they're a mass. They're probably playing a lot of Mentor. I'm gonna guess they're gonna throw a mentor creature out here. Nope. Humans you control plus get a +1/+1. Well, that's great. So there should be some humans coming. Okay, now I have my 4th land, so I can finally get Thassa out there. They're probably gonna Conclave Tribunal me, which is just common as common. People do that all the time. And it's a functional card. It works great in the game. I can't stand it, though. I'll be sitting there playing a dude or girl or whoever I'm playing, and they'll just be like, oh, counter. Or not, a Conclave Tribunal. I don't know what counter. Conclave Tribunal. And I'm like, all right, I quit. Because I hate it. It's a dumb card. Well, he's hit me in the face twice now, and I got another one coming out. So let's go ahead and take this now before it gets stupid. Oh, trample? Didn't see that coming. Oh, I had first strike. I forgot about that. Well, that's me for being dumb. That's it. That's it for me being dumb. All right. So what do you think I should do? I think I'm going to go ahead and. It's got trample. If I put Thassa out, I'm toast. But if I don't get something out there, I guess I can do this. Gain a little bit more life. That puts me back into the realm of, okay, man, I'm drawing land. So now I'm in a sort of a bind. I'm going to lose my creature unless he pumps that one up. He's going to give it a +2/+0. Well, Sunhome Stalwart, give it to yourself. That's what I would do. Do you have double strike or anything? Flying trample? So, I guess I'll take the 4 and keep it alive. Now you get another creature, I don't care. It doesn't, what does it even do? Alright, another mountain. So I'm sitting here. Alright, I can do this. I'm okay with this idea because I get her out there and then I can, I'm not going to swing, obviously, but I can. It doesn't do me any good to attack, but I can put this back in the field of play and get 3 more life and draw another card. Part of me wants to... Alright, what has he got? He's going to pump that again. I could take 4 more. The Sunhome Stalwart's going to hurt me. Take 7. Oof. We're getting into a real pickle now. What does he have? He's got a counter on him. I guess it doesn't matter. Well, I guess I'm taking the 2 down. Why did that happen? I'm going to take 8. Taking 8. 9. Alright, so now I'm in trouble. Port to patrol 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't get another. I've got to take his flyer. That's all there is to it. Don't need any more land. I'm tapping this guy, so I'm not going to. I have to keep it, obviously. And therein lies the trigger. So now either they've seen this happen before or they haven't, but you'll see if he starts to highlight this card or Thassa and figure out, but he may know. I have Agents of Treachery available for next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5. Yeah, I can get Agent of Treachery out next turn, which is double bonus. So I can keep multiple creatures. Alright, he's pumping, which is nice for him. But I'm going to stump this. And I'm going to take out this. Alright, this is where it gets squirrely. Because I don't have many more options. But I can do Agent of Treachery. So what I can do is I can take the Legion War Boss, get another creature, and take the Sunhome Stalwart, I think, when I trigger this. I can't attack with it anyway. Wouldn't be able to attack with any of them. Yeah, Vigilance. So yeah, okay, it doesn't really matter which one I give it to. And block my stinking 1/1. How dare you! Ah, there you go. Good play. Good play. But I wonder if you're going to pay attention to it. It says own. I had this happen last time. I played this game and I'm pretty sure the guy had the same Charming Prince, and you can take something you own. But apparently he doesn't understand it. It's own. These cards are yours. You can have them back. But you didn't read that card correctly. Another creature, exile another target creature you own, return it to the battlefield under your control at the end of the next instant. It's pretty good. I don't know why you wouldn't do that. Alright, now it's getting squirrely. How much damage can I take here? What was that all about? Didn't want to attack? Okay, so I can draw another card, or I can get this guy out. I think I want this guy out for blocking purposes. And I'm not going to do anything else. Ooh, forgot about that. No, I'm taking your Chandra, just so you know. Who do I want to give? So I've got Ground Game. Let's give Ground Game to this guy. I don't mind if it's mine. Now he quit. So I overwhelmed him with Thassa's power and some other stuff. So that's technically what that deck is built to do, is to be able to take their stuff and control it. But people need to read their Charming Prince a little more closely. They could have taken that card back. Either that or I'm reading wrong. It says own. Controlling and owning are two different things. So if they own it, they could have taken one of those back. But I don't know if it would have helped. So there you go, folks. There is Thassa Control. That is 3 different wins. Both the first 2 wins didn't really involve Thassa that much. one didn't at all, and the other one she got on the field of play, or I don't even know. I'm not sure exactly. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and look at the video. And then one was obviously her on the field of play, and everything worked as I designed or as my intentions were. I can't say design. I feel like I'm some sort of awesome creator, but that's how I'd set the deck up, or at least that's what I wanted to use. Now, I don't know if anybody else had put this together, and I know there's a lot of net deckers out there, and I've already talked about this, every time I do a video or have done videos before, but I don't. Like I said, I saw that ability once, and I think it was on a pre-built, and I had no idea it worked that way, and so I didn't even look at the pre-built. I just grabbed Thassa and started taking thoughts and checking off the boxes of things I thought would make sense. Like, what stuff can I take with this? Is like the third or fourth version of this, where I had some other take cards in there, like take control creature cards, and I got rid of them because I didn't like them. And I was hesitant to put Agent of Treachery in there because I'd seen other people play with that deck, but I thought, well, let's throw a couple in there and see how it works. And I think having it later in the game is hugely beneficial. Oh, one thing I was going to tell you about is that the Ilborg, or whatever it is, when it comes to field of play, or when it attacks, you take a creature out of your hand and put it on the field of play. Well, I was able to take that from somebody, and I used it, and I put my Agent of Treachery on the field of play. It's a huge combo, and I think some people have built decks around that. Definitely fun to play if you can go that route. Try that one. Ilborg, I don't know. It's the red boar creature card that's mythic, I think. Pretty cool. So that was one of the things that had happened when I was playing a game. So I got some stuff, and let's go ahead and check out the other version of Thassa real quick.
It's not really another version. It's a different way to look at it. So, like I said, Thassa is taking, and I'm going to do it in bot because you can't really get it. I haven't got it to where it works against a competitive player yet, quite like I want it to. Well, I might run it, but let's see what we got here. I'm going to go through the list of it real quick. So I call it Split Mutation. So we're just going to run a line. It's all creatures. I think there's a few spells in here, but maybe not. I think it's mostly just creatures. So we got Zagoth Mamba. That is the 1-drop. Whenever this creature mutates, target creature an opponent controls gets a -2/- till end of turn. So that's beneficial if you're trying to get rid of some of their small creatures. You mutate on top of it, and you can kill some stuff. Don't know if I'm going to keep it in here. I like it, but I'm not sure if it's... I don't know. I'm still working out some kinks with this. I put a lot of these creatures in here just because they had some good abilities to them, but I was going with really what I had available that made the right fit for what I was just trying to do. But it's still work in progress. Arboreal Grazer, it's just great to get another land out there. So it's a simple creature. Plus, it's a simple creature out there, and when you mutate on top of it, it's an 0/3. It doesn't do anything, but you mutate on top of it. Now you can make it stronger, and it's got reach, so it's an effective creature to mutate with. So that's another reason why I like having it in here. So here's another spell. It's a Keep Safe. So counter target spell that targets an permanent you control. So if they try to get rid of something or do something to it, and it gives you a draw card option. So I'll put a couple of those in there just to hopefully protect some stuff. The Polywog Symbiote. Each creature spell you cast costs 1 less to cast if it has Mutate. Whenever you cast a creature spell, if it has Mutate, draw a card, then discard a card. So keep that in mind with the combo for another card down here. Actually, I'll just go ahead and straight down to it, not keep my... So Polywog. So it says draw a card, then discard a card. So you're putting something in your graveyard. That's where a Boneyard Lurker comes into play. So when you mutate, and whenever this creature mutates, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. So at a certain point when you're mutating, you put something into your graveyard because you're discarding it, and then you get a pull right back. So you kind of can play a game with this where you can sort through your deck and get what you think you need, and then take something back that you'll need later. So I kind of love this combo too. It's a really great combo. I'm sure people have already done it out there. I don't know who has, and I honestly didn't realize I was using it that well as a combo until I was in gameplay, and I was like, oh, okay. I just picked them because they were low-end mutate costs and decent-sized creatures. The Sea Dasher Octopus, Flash, this is really nice to have. Didn't have enough wild cards to get more than one. I'm going to adjust the fire and probably put a couple more of these in here. Mutate costs cheap. But it flashes in, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So if they're sitting with no defense, you flash it in at the end of their turn, and you can attack with the next turn and draw an extra card. Thassa, I'm not going to talk about what she does. You know what she does. You exile a creature, and you control and put it back under your control. Bit out of control. Insatiable Hemophage. Hemophage, I guess you pronounce it. Death Touch. A mutate costs cheap. Whenever it mutates, each opponent loses X life, and you get X life, or X is the number of times this creature mutated. That comes into factor really huge, really big if you're stacking, if you're mega stacking. So And you want to try to do that with this deck if you can, without like getting your stuff killed, because these things get removed off the field just like anything does. If they kill one mutated creature, whether it's mutated 10 times or not, they're all dead. So just keep that in mind when you're trying to overstack, especially with something like this. If I can do it, I'll do it. If I can't, then I will minimize it and just show you what happens. Okay, so Gem Razor is a 3-drop, 4-drop, 3-drop mutate. Reach and Trample. Whenever it mutates, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or opponent controls. So this one's a nice one to have in your deck if you know they're playing heavy enchantment artifacts. Not necessarily effective if they're not doing any of that stuff, but nonetheless, it's a 4/4 with Trample and Reach. Decent creature to have. Migratory Greathorn, 4-drop, mutates 3. Whenever it mutates, search your library for basic land card, put off battlefield tapped, and shuffle your library. Dude, I was land stacking with this card in this deck because I don't know how many times I would mutate something and I just land. But if you're playing an opponent that's a little more skilled than the bot, you're not going to get to use all this stuff, and I get it. You can't just play bots and, figure out a deck. But I just like seeing stuff work. You know what I'm saying? See things happen the way I want to see them happen, and if I can't get them to do that against actual people that play well, then I'll play some bot, try to, see how it runs, see how it pans out, just because I want to. But you can still get it to happen against regular opponents. You just have to kind of figure out what they're playing and try to work around it to an extent. Already went over Boneyard Lurker, Partial Beast. This is excellent if you're trying to get some stuff that you can't find. Helps you kind of look through your deck a little bit. 4-drop, 2-cost mutate. Pay 1, tap it, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield. If you don't put the card onto the battlefield, put it into your hand. So that's kind of helpful. Had to use that a couple times. Dreamtail Heron, kind of expensive drop, but it's only a 4-drop mutate. I want to put another one of these in here because it's nice. Whenever it mutates, draw a card. Drawing is excellent. It gives a creature flying, obviously, and so it's helpful. Super helpful. Auspicious Starks. Everybody's got this in their deck if they're running a mutate deck. It's just stupid sick. It's a 4-drop, 6-drop mutate, 5-drop creature, 6-drop mutate. Whenever this creature mutates, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile permanent cards, where X is the number of times this creature is mutated. Put those permanent cards on the battlefield. So if you're stacking, you can really pull some crap out of your deck and get stupid. But it is a 6/6 creature, which is huge. Helpful nonetheless. Stack mutating and getting the effects is healthy for anyone if you're playing mutate. So I only got a couple of those in there. Like I said, it's very sporadic. There's a lot of stuff in here. Nothing's super, I don't have 4 of everything in here, but it's just a spread. Nice to have a spread, and they come in handy. Brokos, Apex of Forever. So he's a trample, mutates. 5 cost to mutate, 5 cost to drop it, and you may cast Brokos Apex Forever from your graveyard using its mutate ability. So that's helpful. So if it dies, it's in the graveyard, you mutate it to something else. I like it. Cheating Harvester, whenever this creature mutates, each opponent sacrifices a creature. It's 5-drop mutate, 6-drop creature, 4/6. But with Polywog Symbiote, everything's 1 cheaper, which is huge. When you get a couple of those out there, you can start dropping mutate after mutate. I went with a couple islands, 8 islands, 5 swamps, 6 forests, Temple Deceit, Temple Mystery, and a Fabled Passage. I don't know. I always just put Fabled Passage in when I have it. I don't know if it's necessary to really have, but I put it in there just because it's fun. So that is what I'm rolling with, and I'm going to run a quick bot match, and I'll probably jump into an actual standard match just to see if it fares. I know there's some adjustments I want to do, but you got to watch these bot matches. Watch how this plays out, and you can see what my method of madness was. You're probably thinking, okay, he's got some cool mutates in there. He's got a lot of abilities that kind of work well together, but I'm not really sure what his trick is. I found this when I was playing my Thassa deck against somebody who was playing a mutate deck, and it was extremely strange how it panned out and how it worked out, and I just couldn't help myself. I had to go with it. I don't like this. I'd rather have some small stuff, but I'm playing the bot so we can manage. We can probably work our way into a victory here. Now, she's playing black, so she's probably going to hit me with a lot of small stuff, so whatever. I dig on my Polywog. I do need more land. That gets me what I need. I should be able to do about anything with that extra land, so I'm going to leave it on the field, leave it available. I'm going to be down a turn or two, and I hope they don't try to kill my Polywog. That's huge. That makes that mutate super awesome. And I can kill that creature. So we're going to go ahead and put blue out here. I'm going to... can I do both? Nah, nope. me think. This is going to cost me, what, 1, 2... If I keep the polywog, it's going to cost me 2 to drop. Yeah, if I put the polywog out now, I can do both next turn. As long as he doesn't kill it. Don't kill my polywog. I always forget what... I played this bot a handful of times. I know what most of the stuff they have in their deck is. Okay, so we're going to bounce. We'll probably bounce... It doesn't really matter which one we bounce, to be honest. As long as we bounce one of them. So I'm going to put this guy out here. And I'm going to mutate it with such dude. And then I will discard a land because I'm not going to use it right now. Over the top, of course. And we're going to go ahead and bounce. Oh boy. Yeah, no, he's going to put the counter on his freaking zombie or his vampire. I don't really care. None of my concern. I'm not going to attack. We're going to leave it right there. I'm going to let him play around with his zombie all he wants. Swing away, Meryl. Oh, no swingies? Oh. Put another zombie out there. Fortunately, I didn't get a mutate creature, which kind of sucks. We're going to have a little standstill. Oh, see, this is where I need my seat keep safe. No, you don't, bro. Didn't really need to protect that thing. But it gives me a draw card. And I need... Oh, I can mutate that. No, I can't. Dang it, I need him a forest. No attack. I need him a fear... Oh, I do have a forest. I didn't see it sitting there. It's right there. Do I block? Nah. Nah. Well, if I didn't have a force, wasn't going to need one there either. Alright, so we're going to mutate. And we're going to slap this guy on here. We'll get rid of the forest. I could use another polywog out there. We're going to put it over, because we should go to a 3-4 on defense. Oh, I did it wrong. I should have put it under. Arrgh! Oh, well. This time we're going to kill the vampire. Oh, I was right. Suck it, vampire. Put another polywog out here, because I can't protect it anyway. And... we don't need to swing. I'll wait. Go ahead and pass the turn. As you can see, the bots aren't super strong. Now, they had some creatures out there that probably could really kick me in the teeth if they wanted to. But, is he going to attack? He did this one before. Oh, you're going to get rid of that? Okay, whatever. Weirdest thing to get rid of. Oh, I guess the only thing you can get rid of. And I'll go ahead and activate the ability now. Take action. Sure, we'll take action. You gonna let me put a land on there? I do not need that. I want another mutate creature. And I gulped it. Alright, so this one's a cheap cost. So it's dropping off 2, so it's only going to cost 3. So you're going to sacrifice a creature. We're going to mutate this guy. I can mutate again, but I'm not going to because I want to keep Thassa for purposes of the unknown. Dang. Alright, so now I want to put it over the top. That ability alone gains me so much stuff. We're going to still pass. We're going to pass. Y'all probably think I'm weird. Now, you're not going to be able to get to do this in a game. You're hoping that you go along and you're able to attack and still do what you need to do to have the game play go by. But it doesn't always work out like you want. But I just wanted to be able to you to be able to visualize what I'm trying to do. Yes, I'm keeping that Alright, we will jump into it here now. I think I can get this Gem Razor out. Yes. So if he uses that, okay. Get the old Thassa out here. Play the Gem Razor. Mutate on this guy. So, you've seen I've already mutated a handful of times. Not a big deal. And we'll put it under, since I already got a 4 or 6 defense. Gain some life. And then we can go ahead and attack. Just hit him for 4. So here is what my thing is for this game, what I came up with. So you know how you take Thassa and you exile your creature card and they come back on the field of player control. You can do that with your opponents taking their stuff. So I did that. I took my opponent's mutated creature and then I did this, not understanding what all was going to happen. So when I exiled the creature I targeted, I exiled their creature, mutated, and I got them all back, just like so. So as you see, that it was super crazy, and my opponent almost immediately crapped his pants and just quit when that happened. So being able to do that on this side of the field on your own, you can use it for what it's worth, stack them, get a couple things going, swing with it, hit them, maybe not hit them, you know, take a creature out with them, and it's still alive. Hopefully it makes it through that swing, and then pull it back out. And now instead of having a 4/6 creature you're swinging with, you got a 3/3, a 2/4, a 4/4, and whatever else. So your amount of creatures and strength and abilities just quadrupled by doing it this way. I think it's an excellent play. I would do it. I'm going to try to revamp this deck a little bit to make it more aggressive, but that's pretty cool, I think. So I will go ahead and just kill this guy now. Get it over with. And then that's it, folks. So I wanted to show you this just because I thought it was cool. I think it's a really neat way to play the game, really neat way to design some stuff. And if you can get it to work out against standard play and be able to pull that kind of a trick out of your hat, impress some people, I think. I hope you like my Thassa Control walkthrough and gameplay. Some of the games didn't go as intended, but that's fine. But we got to see some neat stuff, I think. And my split mutation deck that I think I came up with on my own. I didn't look at anything. I didn't even think about doing it until that happened when I took somebody's mutate creature. And it worked out in the other way. But pretty cool, I think. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you on the next one. So look for us on Twitch stream and our weekly pack opening videos. Deuces.